Hello, my name is Laura Bowen, and today I'm going to be giving you the weekly guidance from my Southern Cross Oracle card deck. I'm just going to draw 3 cards, and the first one will be kind of an idea of what we're moving through. The second one will be a projection for the week ahead, and the third one will be the most likely action required. So let's get going. I'll just start shuffling. It's really windy on my little hill today, so if you notice that my hair is blowing all over the place, and you might even be able to hear the wind in the background and the wind chimes, but it's a beautiful breeze. It's really chilly, and the trees are just beautiful to watch while they're dancing. And I thought maybe I should try and do this inside, but I just thought outside is so much better, especially with the kids home on school holidays. So I'll just concentrate for a second on these 3 cards. One's fallen out. We pick a second and a third. Okay, so the card that fell out of the deck today is Waterfall. I don't know how I can get you to see that one. Do a reflection. There we go. Now, Waterfall is about release. Now, quite often when we're feeling emotional, we'll bottle it up inside. We might feel anger or resentment or something towards someone that we care about, and rather than cause a commotion or start an issue, we will just bottle it up inside and pretend that it didn't happen. That can be the same when we're grieving or when something isn't going the way we plan and we start to get a bit of depressed or anxious. Often we keep that to ourselves. What the waterfall tells us is that if we're not honest about our emotions, if we don't let them out and share them when they are raw and honest, quite often we get to the point where we just literally burst at the seams, and then it'll nearly always come out as conflict and anger. So if you really if you want to be honest and authentic with those around you, you have to be open to how you're feeling and be willing to voice issues when they come up. If someone's done something that is not sitting well with you, you need to tell them. You need to say, hey, I feel really uncomfortable, or I get really upset, and be really honest about how you're feeling. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be cruel about it. You can very much tell someone how you're feeling without it being an anger or an argument. Okay, sometimes you will notice that you telling someone how you feel does result in conflict and petty battles. If that's the case, it just means that they maybe thought you were someone you weren't, or it actually has more to do with misunderstandings than it does with the fact that you were actually honest about how you were feeling. With waterfall as well, once you've had that release, there's a lot of beauty in and relief in actually letting out how you feel. None of us need to bottle stuff up, and if we do feel like we have to bottle stuff up, it can be really draining on us physically, emotionally, and mentally. So what I'd say is, if you are moving through a point, or if you felt the need to just keep quiet and not to speak your mind or not to share something because you didn't want to cause conflict, I would suggest you really need to find a way that you're comfortable with to voice what it is that's affecting you and worrying you, because it'll be so much better for you in the long run to actually let that out. The second card that I've drawn this morning is Butterfly Pair. Once again, I'm having trouble showing you the card. There we go, Butterfly Pair. Now, its message is one of love. If you're ever out walking and you see 2 butterflies dancing together and flying around each other and stuff, I know that growing up I always saw those and thought of them as lovers. They were doing a little dance of love, and my grandmother, who was married forever to my granddad before he passed away, she used to see the butterflies dance past the house. So, oh look, there goes me and granddad chasing each other. So the message of the butterflies playing together to me has always been one of lightheartedness and companionship and soul mate. You know, it's the idea of that light-hearted beauty that can come when you can just play and be yourself around the people you care about. Love to me does there's a certain purity in that first love, or in meeting someone, or just being one-on-one with someone. You can honestly be yourself, and you can be very honest you can be a lot, well, I guess you can be a lot more honest when it's just one-on-one than you can be in a larger group. So the other message that the butterfly tech gives you is that it's maybe time to open up. Same with the waterfall card. To open up to those closest to you and allow them that beauty that can come from just having that one-on-one where they can see who you are and can feel honest with you, and you can laugh and you can be yourself, and you'll know that you're loved and safe in that environment. The last card that I've drawn today is Red Belly Black Snake. Now, red belly black snakes are very much, to me, a feminine card. They're about female strength, blood ties, family, sisterhood. They, as a snake, they're an absolutely stunning snake. They are really dark black on the top, and underneath they're like a peachy salmon to dark red. And they give birth to live young, which is quite which is a bit unusual in the reptile world. The red belly black snake is very very beautiful and very slender and sleek, and she very much from as a parent, she's a very ferocious mother. She's known to to attack anyone that tries to come near her babies. And as a group, quite often when red belly black snakes are pregnant, they group together to protect each other from any threats that they may have. So that idea of sisterhood and being supported by those around you while being very independent is probably the biggest message of the red belly black snake. They teach us to value our own strength and to make our own choices, and know that we have a support group who will support us in those choices. So you don't have to be alone to be independent. You can be part of a group and have the support and the love of that group, and still know that you are making the decisions for you in your life. Also, now's a good time to support your sisters, your extended group, your soul group, your friends. Make sure you know where they're at, and ask them if they need help, and let them feel like they can ask you for help, and it doesn't make them feel like they have failed or in some way not lived up to their or your expectations. So basically, over the next week, there's a big chance that there will be some verbal disagreements. There might be a lot of emotional releasing coming your way. Either you're the one that's doing it, or others might seem to be kind of dumping on you. Just remember that to give someone the space to be honest can be a really beautiful gift. I'm not saying that anyone should take abuse from anyone and not be verbally abused. But at the same time, if someone is very raw and honest in your presence, that can actually be sometimes an amazing gift to give them. Allow them to shed tears, allow them to say how they're feeling, talk about their own, what they would consider their own failures or their own personality traits that they're not comfortable with. If you allow them the space to share that with you, that will develop the bond that you have with them as well. And if they are friends of yours, if they're someone that you consider to be part of your inner circle, then by giving them that that space, you're really going to honor them, and you will also honor yourself, and know that you then have the freedom and the space to be that person and have that kind of honesty. So a good week to support those you care about, a good week not to be alone, to find your good company, whether it be one person or a group of people. Find the strength that you have from those friends, and really just concentrate on being honest and telling people how you feel. I hope you have a great week. Bye.